Hi, welcome. So thank you for being here. We're going to do a few things a little bit differently this time. I say that every time. So if everything's different, how can it be different? Meaning it's all the same again, isn't it? Just kidding. What I'd like to do is pull, this is a card. What is this deck? I literally just, oh, it's the Inner Child Oracle. So I'm going to pull a card for that we'll read later. And then I have the Wild Unknown Archetypes. We haven't used these in a little while, so these are sticky. So what I'd like to do is ask Spirit for a very new card that we haven't received recently, because when they're sticky, it's like only the same ones want to come out over and over. So let's just feel into this. What card? Oh, the Vessel. So we'll have the Inner Child Oracle will be later. We'll read the Vessel now. The Vessel. And we're going to pull out, I pulled out all of our pictorial cards. We're going to do some deep, deep feeling into this message. And we'll pull some tarot to help clarify where needed. But, oh, okay, well, let's take these. We have two people hand in hand. I don't know if this is a relationship reading or what. Yeah, two people hand in hand. Maybe in the midst of a little chaos. Maybe they're losing themselves. They're kind of transparent. They're missing pieces of themselves, but they're together for whatever that's worth. Well, where do I want to put these so you can see them? Let me put the overalls up here. Okay, and we have, this one's called Veil, and it's a female figure with her eyes closed looking down, and this one's called Veil. And then we have this bird figure in a shawl. Interesting. Let's keep going. Let's set these aside. And then we have our Muse cards. It's a game called Muse, and there's an expansion pack, couple expansion packs that I have here, and they're just picture cards. They're really cool. Let's see what message, what cards will help build onto this message and help us feel into this. Maybe it is relationship, but it's almost like this female figure in this relationship she's kind of reimagining herself. Maybe she's picturing herself alone outside of this relationship, and she's transformed. Interesting. We'll see where that goes. Okay, so we have looks like an alien figure with a walker, like he's aged on this planet. And we have, oh wow, another really old figure. It looks like a dragon tree. Definitely dragon wings there, but he's a tree. And he's like ancient looking. So there's something old wisdom here, but alien. And then we just got this one. Let's shuffle again. We just got that card. I am all about getting new cards in this reading. And then we have, oh my gosh, there are these octopus creatures wearing like ghost sheets, trick-or-treating under the water. So we've definitely got some otherworldly stuff, other like non-human characters going on here with the Muse. And it's almost like feeling outside of, like feeling like an outsider that's really like aging us, making us not feel like our vital selves. It's almost like we have to hide who we really are. That's interesting. Okay, so what we're gonna do now, we have our Dixit cards, which is like a lot. And let's go ahead and pull just a whole bunch, just kind of feel into which cards want to be part of this reading. Oh, these do. Oh, these do. And what maybe some from up here. And these. Okay. Hope that wasn't too loud. All that rustling around. This is probably louder, actually. Okay, let's see. Let's build onto this crazy story. What are you feeling into these images? I think you can see it mostly. There's like the relationship, but feeling like an outsider and seeing yourself separate from it. Like you want to transform. Let's see. Oh, that is so trippy. There's this another female figure with a bird. So there's this whole bird with female like symbolism here. And she's floating above an old-timey bicycle into the wind. Wow. And then we have this family of bird creatures and more birds. And look how they're all like in a circle. And this is supposed to be the same individual, but I don't know. Because they're all kind of wearing the same outfit. Wow, but they're caretakers. They're caring for each other. They've got their little circle of family. And then we have these two characters. They're like, okay. What I get from this is there's like a father figure in the background with a tie, but his head is made, it's like a timekeeping device that's blowing steam out, and he's holding his head like, oh no. And then the kids are like, oh my God, he's gonna blow. And they look like they're about ready to make a run for it. So that's interesting. So there's definitely some family vibe here and wanting to kind of escape that. But this is like a loving family. At least it makes me think of the female figure in this is loving. Is this like usually these cards point to something in the past, which is why I think I chose the inner child oracle. I almost feel like this is a family situation where the mother's very loving and nurturing, and maybe the father figure is a little bit like he's like prone to explosive tendencies of temper or what have you. And over here we have like this feeling like, and there's just something like very aging and feeling like an outsider here. So let's start to clarify what this is talking about. What I think we want to do is, let's get, here. Are these the ones I want? Okay, here we go. Let's clarify with some tarot. And by the way, I said I was going to read the vessel. Let's read the vessel first. Oh no! I just spilled my tea. Hold on. Pause. Okay, we're back. I cleaned up my tea spill. Okay. Yeah, and I took this opportunity to find the page so you didn't have to watch me look for it. The vessel. This is what we're reading from the Wild Unknown Archetypes. The body, the container, the cup. The vessel may be the most powerful archetypal form on earth. It is everywhere. Cups hold liquid. It is everywhere. Cups hold liquids. Stoves hold fire. Our bodies hold organs. Our homes hold families. Through the simple act of separation, the vessel protects what it contains. Nests protect the eggs. Savings account protect our earnings. Even the planets are contained within their circular orbit. When this card appears, it's time to assess what is being held together and how. Is the vessel too tight, too loose, broken, empty, full, or perhaps there is no vessel at all and the contents spill in every direction? It is natural for structures to be formed and eventually fall apart. The vessel has a life cycle that must be honored. Is it time for you to build, break, or repair? You must find out. Wow. This really resonates for me with a lot of this. When light, it's stable, strong, and graceful. When dark, trapped, being in a bubble. She feels trapped. She feels like she wants to escape. And maybe that's why all that bird energy. This is that protects, like the vessel protects. It's a container. This person's a container for their family, protecting them against some other force that's not so pleasant. That's interesting. The physical body is the most sacred vessel of all. It is the one in which you reside from your first breath to your last. It may need your attention. The mentor and the healer must pay particular attention to this archetypal form. Healing cannot be sustained without a strong container. Yeah, it's like this says the cup, like fill your cup first kind of thing. So there's something here. And look, this is like physical ailment. And there's this entity that's so like, that just feels like magical and ancient and like unmovable. And I wonder what that's all about. Okay, so let's see if that really resonates with anyone out there. So maybe there's something to do with the home life that's feeling like you, especially if you have kids, like feeling protective. You have to be a container for them. You're like this, creating safety. And yet there's something here that says, feels like you're going it alone. Okay. We have the 10 of Swords, Strength, and the 4 of Pentacles. This is interesting because the 10 of Swords is that deep, there's like a lot of pain, a lot of like, oh, you've gone through a lot. Let's just say that. You've gone through a lot. It's like to hell and back kind of vibe. And then, but there's healing happening. There's a new day dawning. So there's hope on the horizon. It's just that you've kind of seen something as a blessing. Whatever hurt or pain you've gone through, you feel like it's been a blessing. Maybe because the kids have come of it. Who knows? But you do have an inner strength here. And there is you're seeking stability. So maybe this feels a little unstable, but you are seeking stability on behalf of other people for this container aspect. You're trying to be that strong container. And the message is saying like, but you also have to fill your cup first. But you do have a lot of inner strength to do that. So what I'd like to do is get a little more clarification from tarot. Let's clarify this further. We have the Lovers. So there is something about a relationship here. And we've got the Ace of Swords. This is definitely seeking, there's some clarity. Like there's this gift of being inspired, or this gift of clarity that's coming. And the King of Pentacles. There's this happy and abundant home life. So I don't know if it's through this relationship or a new relationship where that's coming. I wonder if you're actually now in the new relationship that's actually positive, and you've done that because you've had to leave something that wasn't so positive. Ooh, I don't usually get these types of readings, these kind of love or relationship readings so much. But what I want to do is pull the Zodiac Tarot and just see. Let's clarify this further. What's happening? I'll put this over here. We have the 4 of Pentacles again. There's definitely some stability happening. It feels like you now are realizing it. The 3 of Wands is, there's definitely, you've been venturing forth or about to. it feels like you've embarked on this new relationship and it is providing some stability, or it's about to. I feel like there's this timing element I'm not quite clear on yet. And then we have the Three of Pentacles. So there is something that you're building. It's like a new, with this Lover's energy, there's this whatever this relationship is, it is built, there is a strength there. There's a stability. It's beautiful. It's for the long run. It's all the good. It almost feels like this stuff is from the past, which makes sense because every time I pull these Dixit cards, it brings up a lot of past energy. So this is like a relationship healing kind of reading. Let's go a little bit further. Let's clarify. What else can we learn about this? Almost like I want to learn about what you're healing along the way, because it does feel like you are healing something from past relationship. I don't know. We have the Hierophant and the Four of Pentacles again. Okay, you guys, this is a very stable relationship you're getting into. And then we have the Hanged Boy, which is the Hanged Man. So the Hierophant is, you've definitely learned something through this process. Like that's what treating it as a blessing. You're like, okay, I had to go through it, but it's a blessing because now I know what I don't want. And now you have this stability growing. So you do have this gift, this clarity now about what a good relationship is all about. I just got the chills. So that is good. And it's almost like in this relationship, you realize what a container, what a strong vessel really feels like. You feel contained, and I feel like that's what a good partner does for us, right? Like we are containers for each other. Like we are like, you can exist within this safety that I help provide, and you do that for each other. Wow. I still want to know what this octopus is about. Maybe that was just a fluke. We'll see. Let's do some more. We have the Six of, I feel like that's the Six of Pentacles. Yeah. Wait, it's not Wands or Swords or Cups. Yeah, this is the Six of Pentacles. I have to check because these cards don't say what they are. And then this is the Four of Pentacles. We get the Four of Pentacles again. What? 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Okay, I get it. I'm listening. This is, and then we have Temperance. Okay, I'm listening. We've got the Four of Pentacles 4 times. That is insane. That is the card of you seeking stability in your day-to-day reality. That is definitely like you haven't had that before, and now it's here. It's here. I get it. And then we have the Six of Pentacles, which is there is that element of vesselness, or filling your cup first so that you can pour out and be generous for others. So there's this new relationship is giving you some strength and that ability to have containment so that you have enough to pour out to your loved ones. It feels like your kids or something, it almost feels like, yeah, kids are in this somehow. There's some like, I don't know why I'm getting that, I guess because of this energy here. And then there's Temperance, which is like this relationship is definitely more give and take. Whereas the other one, you may have been give, and nothing's coming back to you in return. And now there's definitely reciprocity showing up here. Like there's this engine, like you fill each other up, and then you feel vital enough to pour back out into your life. I mean, there's just this renewal of energy within this relationship. You keep each other. By the way, look at this card. Look at his little tongue. The Temperance is also like there's this divine timing aspect too to this relationship. So it's probably come just at the right time because you've learned a lot of lessons along the way, and to the point where you can really appreciate this relationship now. That's what we're getting. So what I'd like to do, let's go ahead and see what card this is. It says, you are wanted. There is home waiting within. You are wanted. There is home waiting within. It's, oh, I just got all the chills. This is beautiful. It's like, after all this time, you have found your home within this new relationship, and you are wanted. It's almost like, look at this. It's just been you and the kids, perhaps, or you and the cat, whatever. And in this new relationship, like, you actually feel wanted. You feel cherished. I love that. So let's, and 39, that's the best number. I don't know why. It just is. Abandonment is a wound that many of us carry. It is a tender place within us that mourns at the prospect of rejection. Such a sweet heart beats within those who have experienced the pain of being unwanted. Be gentle with yourself in the presence of this pain. At our core, we will crave connection and to be drawn into the embrace of a beloved soul. Acceptance exercise. The exercise for this card is quite gentle in nature, but it will require you to be exceptionally vulnerable with yourself. I recommend doing this in front of a mirror, but if a mirror is unavailable or detracts you from your ability to complete the exercise, please skip this step. Find a comfortable place and reflect on a touch that speaks to your abandoned inner child. For me, this touch is when someone cups the side of my face. Once you have found the touch that brings to life these tender places within, give that touch to yourself. Let yourself fall deep into the feeling of your hands on your skin, much as you would with a trusted friend or lover. If you're in front of a mirror, I would like for you to look into your eyes and tell yourself that you will never leave you, that you will never abandon yourself, that you will never walk away, and that it is you, beloved, and me until the very end. If you do not have a mirror, close your eyes and say these words. Know that you are your own home and that it is waiting within. Responsive journaling prompt. How does your inner child feel after hearing that you will never leave them? Do they feel loved and seen? Is there anything that they need at this moment? Wow. So I wonder, what's funny is, like, you could read this another way and say you're finally coming into relationship with yourself because there's a home waiting within and you are your strongest container. There's a lot of self energy here too. And maybe this past is from that feeling of abandonment. Maybe this is your old family life and this is your current coming into relationship with yourself. That feels true also. So maybe some of you fall in one category, some of you fall in the other way we're reading this. Either way, you are wanted. That's beautiful. Thank you for being here. Please like, subscribe, comment, reach out if you want a personal reading, and let me know if this resonates. Take what did and kind of set aside the rest. Maybe it's meant for somebody else. But either way, it's like, what a beautiful transition out of that. The one that I've read about this a lot, like the fear of abandonment is one of our most fundamental human fears, because we are meant to be in community with each other. We are tribal people. We're meant to belong. And without that sense of safety and belonging, it can cause all kinds of problems. And that fear of abandonment is one of our deepest, most fundamental fears that almost all of us have experienced at some point or another. Some more degree, like bigger than others. But it's like, no one wants to be the last one picked for kickball. It's that kind of energy. That's the most basic sense. But when we go back to childhood, and maybe there was this feeling of like abandonment or not feeling wanted or cherished, that has a huge effect through our lives, doesn't it? So if you resonate with that, just know, like, you are your container. You are your own home within. You are now in this loving, healthy relationship with yourself, and it is stable. The Four of Pentacles is telling us, like, there's no more stable relationship than that of a relationship with the self. We have to have that first before we can have a stable relationship with anyone else. Oh, I love that. So anyway, thank you again for being here. Bye.